What's going on, Webster Style? Brian said, here with another NRW checkpoint. Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. It's a rainy day
Fantastic.
here, but we haven't had any rain in a while, so I'm happy about that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's an interesting day with gaming, a week with gaming. Not a lot of heavy hitters, but we do get some, I guess, not reimagining from some classics brought back. A lot of classics brought back this week that we're covering. Some
Mhm.
new entries into series that we still are questioning why are they doing this. Let's get into it. This is a game that everybody loves, and I mean everybody. If you do not love this game, I mean not like, love this game,
Oh, okay.
we have issues. Would you agree with me, Brian?
Yeah. I think this is one of those ones where it's like universal across the board.
Yeah, Universal. We're talking about Tetris. Tetris is back again with Tetris Forever, and it is essentially the game that's going to go on forever. On the PS4, pretty much all major platform systems, PS4, 5,
That's the
Xbox
crazy
One,
part.
Switch, and PC. Unrivaled after 4 decades,
For this thing.
Tetris Forever celebrates the original genre-inspiring puzzle game that escaped from behind the Iron Curtain onto the world stage and into our cultural consciousness. More than 15 playable classic games from the series' history are featured, including many released for the first time outside of Japan. Battle your friends in the multiplayer cult favorite Tetris Battle Gaiden. Create massive explosions to killer lines in Super Bombliss. I feel like I've heard of that one. And see where it all began in 1984 with an accurate recreation of the first version of Tetris on the Electronica 60 computer. Tetris Forever includes more than an hour of all new documentary featurettes exploring the lifelong friendship and creative partnership between Tetris creator Alexei Pachinov and the Tetris company founder Hank Rogers as they share the extraordinary but true story about Tetris that you never knew.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I think I was looking at the prices only it's either like $35.99 or $39. So it's not
Okay.
a $70 game. So I'm always happy about that. And I feel like something
I
like this,
mean,
that's a good price.
yeah, it says more than 15 games.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely a good price.
definitely, definitely. Next up, we have in this case, it's not a collection, but it's a remake. It's Dragon Quest III Remake HD 2D on the PS5, Xbox Series system, Switch, and PC. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is a stunning reimagining of the beloved masterpiece and narrative beginning of the Eldritch trilogy. 3 years ago, the great hero Ortega bid farewell to his wife and child as he set off on a quest to defeat the villainous archfiend Baramos. Ortega failed his quest, and Baramos still threatens the world. Now, on his 16th birthday, Ortega's only child is summoned by the king Alihan and entrusted with a mission of the highest importance to take on Ortega's quest, vanquish Baramos, and save the world. Battle a vast array of monsters in classic Dragon Quest turn-based battles. Set party tactics, switch up weapons, abilities, spells to take on all of the challenging foes that await you.
Okay. I never got into Dragon Quest, but I feel like I would like it if I did.
I played it once, and this is back in the Pocket PC days. My first Pocket PC was an AudioVox Maestro, is what it was called. That was the brand name it was sold as. So running Windows CE, I'd put a Nintendo emulator. I downloaded Dragon Quest, which I think this. I downloaded Dragon Warrior, which is what it was initially called in America. And I feel like that first Dragon Quest game that came out on the NES was Dragon Quest 3, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
If I
Hmm.
remember that, because they were bringing out Final Fantasies and renumber them. They did the same thing here with Dragon Warrior, with Dragon Quest. They renamed it
Right.
and renumbered it. Yeah, so that's that one. Gotta stay hydrated. Next up is a game that I don't understand why it exists. Now, Brian, being that I'm not in the PlayStation, And this is more so looking at it from a pop culture sort of standpoint.
Okay.
Is the Horizon series really that big?
Um, I would say it's become one of the more recognizable titles on PlayStation. So for like Sony, maybe yeah, it's starting to get up there with like God of War and stuff. Like it's pretty recognizable, at least in the PlayStation community.
Okay, because that's what I'm asking because our next game is Lego Horizon Adventures on the PS5, Switch, and PC. Join
Which
the Machine Hunter Alloy. Was it Aloy? Aloy.
Aloy,
As
yeah.
she leads a colorful crew of heroes on a quest to save the world and learn the secrets of her past. Dive into balanced adventure, customized to your heart's content, and take on action-packed battles, solo or friends. So it's a Lego game in the Horizon universe. But I asked that because
Mm,
um, God of War has been around for a while, but God of War has transcended just PlayStation.
right.
Um, Even Gran Turismo is transcended PlayStation per se.
Mhm.
Like you don't need to have a PlayStation to play the game to know what a Gran Turismo is.
Right, right.
If I wasn't a gamer like that, I wouldn't know what Horizon was.
No,
The
yeah, yeah.
Horizon, and that's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of what I
not
was
there
going.
yet.
Okay,
It's not
yeah,
there
that was
yet. I think I mean, there's the potential, and I think they're trying to put the money behind it.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I was reading an article the other day when they were talking about the next installment should be coming soon. But
I think they were supposed to be
yeah,
doing a TV. I feel like it got put on pause, or I don't know. The writer
that
strike.
sounds familiar.
So, but I was just curious, like, why a Lego game for this series? It just considering the games that Lego usually do,
Hmm.
like they're all mass pop culture sort of properties that they
Yeah,
end up doing.
yeah.
So,
I just think it's Sony trying to flesh that IP out because like I said, I've read that they are working on the next one, and then I also read an article where Sony was talking about focusing more on first party titles and just
mhm.
games specifically for Sony and exclusives and things. They're trying to get back into that heavy. So yeah, I think they're just trying to flesh that IP out because I don't know where are we on like. So it's two games now, well, three if you include the VR. And then, yeah, I did hear about them possibly working on a TV show.
Right.
There's merch and things. I don't know. It's getting there, but I guess
Okay.
yeah. I don't know, Lego. I'm tired of Lego games like as a whole. Like, and it's crazy because I grew up with Legos. Like I love Legos, like the actual Legos. Like fine, perfect. We can build those all day. A Lego video game, like please get it away from me. I don't understand why they keep doing this, but for the
It's
kids,
like
I
the
guess.
same thing over and over again. And again,
Yeah.
I don't mind. Now, put it this way. So, because of Game Pass, well, really Xbox Live Gold, um, I have Indiana Jones Lego, Batman Lego. I think either Marvel or DC superheroes Lego. At least two of the Star Wars games that have come out. I feel like it's like all of the original saga and maybe like episode something or other. I don't know. I got at least five Lego games that
Okay.
I quote unquote own. And then you have the newest one they put out that's still on Game Pass, I believe.
Hmm.
Once I play one, do I really want to play the other? And
Do
that's
you?
kind of where I am. And I'm not knocking Lego games. I know there was a definite progression from those earlier Lego games, Star Wars games, to the newest one. Like, I'm not saying that there isn't, but as a like as far as a repetitiveness with it, is they're cool, they're fun, but once I have a certain set of games, like, do I really want to play? Like, there's I can see somebody making an argument that there is nothing exciting about Horizon that makes me want to play it in Lego form.
Yeah.
And
The
maybe
Horizon.
that's where I'm going with it really.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it about Horizon that would make somebody want to play it in Lego form? Harry Potter, I get. Star Wars, I get. You know, those sort of
Um.
mass media properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would I want Horizon in Lego? And I think that's the question that's going to be answered with people's pocketbooks.
Okay, so putting it like that, I think the only thing that I could possibly see being a draw is the mechanics of the game. Like playing Horizon in a Lego form would make me feel somewhat like I'm playing um what's the Zelda game? Breath of the Wild.
Ah,
Because there's a element of to Horizon where you have to be stealthy in some forms, but then when you get into combat, you have different weapons like arrows and things like that. And it's all rarely is the game like, oh, Aloy is fighting against another human being or person. It's usually animals and things that she's like going after. So, or what's her pronoun? I think it's she. But um, yeah, looking at it from that, like just giving it more of a playful and cartoony vibe, it will make it feel more like a Zelda game on the Switch. So I could see it from that standpoint. But other than that, I'm with you. I don't necessarily understand what it is about Horizon, other than the fact that, like I said, Sony is trying to flesh it out and make it like a mainstay or something popular on the console. I think they're gonna stick with Horizon for a little while and try to. I wouldn't be surprised if the PlayStation 6 had a couple installments of Horizon. Like I think they're trying to do that. So
yeah,
maybe that's where they're going with it. But
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
yeah. All right. Next up, we have Heretic's Fork dropping on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, Switch, and PC. And it's already been out on PC. This is the console debut. So it dropped on PC last year. This console folks are finally getting it. Dear candidate, we are pleased to invite you to take up the position of manager of hell. You will punish sinners by using our
You
deck
mean
building
the
computer
devil?
system to construct hellish towers capable of keeping the endless hordes of the undead in check. Best of luck. So it's like a deck building tower management or
Okay.
tower defense. So we are watching the trailer for that one.
Right.
We're watching all the trailers except for this, which surprisingly enough is a less of a value when you compare it to Tetris Forever.
Okay.
So we have Irem Collection Volume 2 on the basically everything. Um, except PC, oddly enough. At least let me phrase that. It's not on Steam. It may be on some of the other stores, but it's not on Steam.
Hmm.
All right. Brace yourself. NN is coming in guns blazing for the second volume of Irem Arcade Classics with iconic Irem titles Air Duel, Gun Force, and Gun Force 2. This is one action-packed collection you can't miss. Air Duel is the legendary 1990 shoot 'em up that takes you to a post-apocalyptic skies and puts you in command of a top-of-the-line military aircraft with seven challenging stages and an arsenal of upgrades. You'll need to rely on strategy and sheer gunpowder to navigate dicey battles, clear the screen with heavy artillery, and rise to the top of the ranks. Now, while I've always been a fan of these Irene games. I just think R-Type is probably the game that really sticks out to me as far as those shooter games.
Mhm.
I believe this is about the same price as Tetris, and you get three games.
Wow.
It's like I am when I saw this, I'm like, you charging $10 a game or $10+ a game? The
Right.
don't get me wrong, cool arcade games, but you should not be charging $40 for this compilation.
No.
No,
Not
this should be
yeah.
30 to me. I need 30. It should be like a 1999 compilation. When I
Yeah.
see arcade games like this, there is no reason. Look, when we can have that Atari collection
Hmm.
and they have a bazillion games on it, and it is $50, and there are a bazillion. I mean, you got games on the 2600, arcade, 7800, 5200. I think some Apple computer, not Apple, but Atari computer games. Like you have a buttload of games from different eras of Atari. When that comes up and it's only 40, think it's $49.99. There is no reason why a game like this should be anywhere close, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Money.
Right, exactly. Well, let's jump into the trailers. First up, we have Dragon Quest III Remake HD 2D.
Okay. HD 2D.
Long have we waited. So long have we waited for this day.
That's so creepy. Huh?
Okay, looks good.
It does. Really good.
Right. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with the remaking. Like, this game looks really good.
It reminds me of
it
reminds me of the Sea of Stars game that came out.
You know that
Yeah,
to stand
okay,
against
yes.
mighty Barabas is to throw away your life.
The Octopath
And
Travelers.
yet you still
That's it.
came.
I really like how they redid. How this game looks good.
Surely one such as you will be able to deliver us from the menace of the Archfiend.
You must gather the orbs and take them to the shrine of the Everbird.
Use my blades.
All I need to see is the combat. Like, keep.
Peace to the world.
I won't make you suffer much.
The time of departure is upon us.
I love the voice acting.
Venture forth and do what must be done.
Listen well, child of Ortega. The light will return, of that I am sure.
Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake.
Exactly.
Available now.
Nice,
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. Looks pretty good.
Next up, let's go to Legoland with Lego Horizon Adventures.
Lego Horizon Adventure. Yeah, that PlayStation Studio.
Where I want you.
In the far future, there are no TVs, just beautiful and totally not boring nature everywhere. Oh, and giant robot dinosaurs, of course.
See, they put this playful
But you're
vibe
not
on
here to
there.
listen to me. This is a game, not an audiobook.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Looks great.
Bricks are gonna fly! Kapow!
Time for a paddling. This is gonna hurt.
Power hit!
Up I go. How do you like this? Boom! You sure it's dead?
Whoa, looking good!
Stretch your stuff.
Let's dance.
I've got fabulous taste!
on top.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Always leave a place better than you found it. Drop that beat, Silence!
Cool new stuff.
Let's join Aloy as she embarks on an epic adventure.
It looks great. It really looks like it's living Lego.
Yeah, they did a good job with the game.
They really did. I'm impressed. I will say this though, maybe just my personal preference.
Mhm.
Playing some of the previous games.
Right.
I don't know, the ultra realism of it kind of took me out of it.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm shocked myself. I'm just like, why is it taking me out of this trailer? It just I don't know. It was almost looked too good, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I guess for those that bought that PlayStation 5 Pro, they'll really be getting their money's worth out of it.
Do you think this will be a PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced thing?
I would assume so. If Sony's smart, there's going to be
They're
something.
not though. Yeah, we know that.
Trying to get a multi-billion-dollar corporation involved here. Okay.
Right. I was reading something the other day where one of the writers for one of these news publications I followed, he was complaining because the PlayStation has not, they haven't made it easy for you to determine what's enhanceable by the PlayStation 5 Pro and what's not. So it's like if you have a game already, they haven't created any kind of icon or anything to let you know, like right off the bat, like, oh yeah, this is enhanced by the PlayStation 5 graphical features or whatever. You have to actually go into the PlayStation Store and go onto the game's like buying page, is storefront page, and it'll be displayed on there somewhere through the text. So it's like, I would assume, I would assume Sony would have just been out the gate like, oh yeah, putting a plus on this or something, let you know. But
look, considering what they did with the whole blowback from the price drop for the PlayStation Slim Digital, did you see that?
No, I mean I seen that they were doing the price drop. I don't care. I'm not.
No. This is what they did though. This is what they did. First of all, people thumbs down the video that they used for the reveal. Okay. Because the PlayStation Slim Digital was $50 more than the original digital. So they dropped it $70. So now it's $20 less than the original digital. So 5 years later, and now you literally got a $20 price drop. But it doesn't come with a base, so you still got to pay $30 for the base. You're essentially paying, I think this drop is $80. So you're essentially paying $100 and another $110 to it, right? But the thing is, people thumbs down it because they disliked it. Sony went back, re-uploaded the video, but cut out the part where it said the price. And also limited all the thumbs down either. I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
For real?
See?
Yeah, they on something.
Geniuses, right?
This has not been a good week for Microsoft or Sony as far as PR is concerned. We can say all day.
Right.
Let's jump into let's see what it's like being the manager of hell. Let's jump into Heretic Sport.
Okay. The manager of hell. Either death or the devil.
No, you're just the manager. You're a subcontractor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's not quite what I expected.
I was just getting ready to say that. I don't know what that is.
It has that sort of, and again, it has that was it Vampire Survivor vibe, which you see the hordes of things coming at you, you trying to survive. Only it's a tower defense game. That's different.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Me either. I've never really been one for like the tower defense games. I understand like how they can be fun, but it's just never been fun to me. So
yeah, I'm the same way. Let's jump into something that we know we both are gonna have a lot of fun with.
Right.
Tetris.
What happened, Tetris?
This is Mr. Alexei Pozitlov.
Why Tetris? I still play with my box of pentaminas and I'm wondering why nobody play against each other. I just start programming it
Up until that point, I thought we had all the rights.
Turned out he didn't have the rights. I said, Gilman, we made a deal. You can't just like walk away and say that, sorry, there was no deal. We have a deal. With a tourist visa, 2 days later, I got on a plane, went to Moscow. I'm not coming back till I have these rights.
There we go. Game Boy version.
There's some kind of an addictive loop.
I'm really hooked on this game.
You want to keep clearing lines.
Harmonically, everything comes together.
I believe that Tetris will be here forever.
Tetris is the
perfect
game.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally no learning curve. Like, it's extremely simple, and it's addicting. Like,
anybody can figure out. Anybody figure out how to play it.
Right.
It really is a perfect game. I will really agree with that.
Yeah. Which is funny because it's just like there's no complexity to it, but it's complex at the same time.
Exactly.
Like it's crazy, but I enjoy it. It's good. Tetris. Bravo to Tetris.
Yeah.
Tetris forever.
My grandkids, your grandkids will be playing it.
And shout out to all of the Tetris sons out there. There's been plenty of Tetris style games. Like you want to talk about a game that started the entire genre.
Right.
Tetris. Right. Like wow. Okay.
So that's about games this week, Brian. Anything coming up with you this week?
Nope. I figured out what I wanted to discuss on the next episode of Talk+Play Blerd Pod. The Grammys have announced their nominations for the year, and the categories are stacked. I'm actually kind of excited to see who wins, even though the Grammys has historically let me down. Like every year of my existence, they've never completely just like did right by the artist, but I don't know. I like the category, or I like the nominees this year. And I
would
feel
just like that the Pete Rock Common album got nominated.
You say you don't? Wait.
No, I was glad. I was hyped.
That's what I'm saying. Like they made some good choices. Last year we saw Killer Mike get his, and I was like, okay. So clearly, once hip hop realized, hey, all we have to do is like pay the dues and have our people in there, we can get some good stuff picked. Things that have been turning around, so I'm interested. So I'll probably talk about that or what's going on with the gaming industry. It's been a lot. I'm excited, or not necessarily excited, but I like the news that the Nintendo Switch successor, I'm gonna call it the 2 because they just forbid. They just hell bent on not saying Nintendo Switch 2.
Super Nintendo Switch.
Exactly. They don't want to. Right, but because imagine Eldon Webster, that Super Nintendo Switch. Wait, okay, never mind. I thought of something else, but I like that they're talking about they confirmed that it's going to be backwards compatible. So they kind of saying it's a Switch 2, but not necessarily saying it, because I really like Webster. I don't know. This Nintendo Switch, it has to be the best Nintendo to ever come out. Like, and this is from somebody I've played the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the GameCube. I even have a Wii still. Like, I've been a Nintendo fan. The Game Boy, I've been a Nintendo fan forever. It's just as long as I've been a PlayStation fan. Nintendo Switch has to be the best. Something about that docking thing with so you can dock it, but then you can also make it a handheld. Like, wow. And to think,
it really changed it changed how we game. Like straight up.
Really?
It really did.
And to think,
regardless of what system you have, it changed how we game.
Agree. And something about it, I just love that Nintendo has been like, they've really been standing 10 toes on their platform. Like, we don't care to compete with the PlayStations and the Microsofts and all that. We're gonna make games for our console, and then whoever else want to put their games over here, we'll figure it out. But we have a product that we know, and it's really, really great. So I've been, just paying attention to stuff, reading a lot, PlayStation and their tomfoolery, but that's it. I don't really. It's probably going to be the Grammys that we talk about this next episode. But what about you? What do you have coming up?
So for this week's dropping, I'm going to be dropping Exotica stuff probably until the end of next month, the way it looks like. But my interviews with Nikki Sequoia, Tracy Brooks have dropped already at the time of this recording. The interview with Hazel Grace drops tomorrow at the time of this recording. Also dropped in with Ren. We did another Ren's Playtime Point. Episode 12 was out, where we're talking about polyamory and polyamorous relationships. And that's just this week. Next week, already in the can, I got Duchess Coco from Exotica drop in. Apple Red Bottom is going to drop in as well, and maybe one or two others, depending on what I finish editing tonight.
Okay. A lot of stuff coming.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming, but that's it here from, us, Brian Saff, Webster Style, with your Nerds of the World. Make sure you follow us, Nerds of the World, on Instagram at New Release Wednesday, on Twitter at the NRW, and of course, you're currently on YouTube, so make sure you like, you share, and subscribe.